Greeting to all. Today we will discuss about socio psychological factors which are going to involve in learning of the second language. So here second language is nothing but English. The second language learners aim to produce and perceive the second language more or less like native speakers depending on the purpose for which she is learning, but it is perceived that there are great individual differences which depends on effort, attitude, amount of exposure, quality of teaching and plain talent when all the faculties of mind are involved in language learning. In language learning, what are going to play an important role? Individual differences. Individual differences means what? Each and every individual is different from others, and also efforts which we are going to be play an important role in learning of the second language. Attitude, so whether you have positive attitude or negative attitude towards a second language. And amount of exposure, so here amount of exposure means what? So how much time you are spending to expose your target language. So whenever you are getting an opportunity to use a second language, if you are going to use that time in a proper manner, in an effective manner, then so that will be very useful for the purpose of getting fluency in second language learning. Next, quality of teaching. So depending upon the quality of teaching by the teacher also going to influence on learning of the second language. And last one, plain talent. Plain talent means the talent which is from by birth, so that is called as a plain talent. If that is there, then it is very useful for the purpose of learning second language. So mind, plain talent, quality of teaching, amount of exposure, attitude, individual differences, all these are going to play an important role in perceiving the second language. So here we will discuss what are the factors of the second language learning. So in that, first one, attitude. So it is observed that learners manifest different attitudes towards the target language or the second language, the target language speakers, the target language culture, the social value of learning the second language, particular use of the target language, and themselves as the members of their own culture. So in all these areas, learners are going to manifest, learners are going to have, learners are going to develop different attitude. So here in learning a second language, in learning target language, attitude of the learner is going to play an important role. It may be in a positive manner or it may be in a negative manner. When attitude is positive towards target language, then learners are going to involve in learning of the second language or target language in an active manner. So here attitude plays a critical role in learning a second language. For example, here second language is nothing but English, means that attitude towards a self, towards a language, towards English speaking people, and towards the teacher and the classroom environment affect the students. For example, inside the classroom, teacher is teaching completely in English in an effective way by using a native English language, then automatically that student is going to develop positive attitude towards a teacher and also towards language. At the same time, classroom environment. So each and every student is doing communication with him in English, then automatically that student is going to develop positive attitude towards a language and also towards his or peer group. When attitude is positive for each and every area, means that for language speakers, for environment, for people, everything, so that area is going to play an important role in learning of the second language. So even in our village also, if any individual is very speaker of the English, so then automatically that student is going to have positive attitude to that speaker and also that language. So that's why attitude, the positive attitude of the learners towards the second language, its speakers and its culture can enhance learning, and having a strong reason for learning second language also aids in its learning. Okay, so this is about attitude. Next, second one, aptitude. There is lot of difference between attitude and aptitude. Aptitude is the capacity to learn. Every student, every individual, every pupil is going to have capacity to learn any language, anything. So means that here aptitude means that what? It is a special ability that plays a major role in determining the level of success of second language learning. So language aptitude can infer various things, such as, means that language aptitude can helps to the students in a various areas. In that, first one, the understanding of the function of words in sentences. Next, second one, the ability to understand and use a grammatical rules. And third one, memory of keywords and what they mean and how to use them. Means that first one is what? Understanding of the function of words in sentence. In each and every sentence we are going to include some words. Then what is the function of each and every word in sentence? So this can be understood when student is going to have aptitude. Next, second one, when student have an aptitude, so that student can able to understand grammar and also grammatical rules. At the same time, he or she can use a grammar in effective manner while speaking in English, while learning second language or target language. And third one, memory of keywords, means that some keywords will be there. When you have an aptitude, when learner have an aptitude, learner can able to memorize a keywords. At the same time, what is the meaning of that keyword and how it can be used in a sentence. So these all things can be understood very easily if that student have an aptitude. Hence, it is important that teacher should recognize and understand that aptitude is present in everyone but in different forms. Already you know that every individual is going to have aptitude, but it is going to have in a different forms, and the teacher should make an effort to use that aptitude at maximum level for the best. The good way is to use the aptitude by study and practice as much as we can do. Next, third one, motivation. In learning of the second language or a target language, motivation is going to play important role. Motivation is the impulse. So here impulse means what? Drive. It is a motivation. It gives certain a direction. So motivation is the impulse or a drive, emotion or a desire that causes one to act in a certain way. Various individual, socio-cultural and instructional factors impact motivation. Although it is hard to identify and study it, motivation is key to learning. How learners are going to get motivation? It depends upon individual, it depends upon socio-cultural areas, it depends upon instructional factors, means that teaching factors. These all things are going to play an important role in motivation. Means that in socio-cultural means what? Where that child is living, where that learner is living, in that particular area, if language is there, every individual doing communication by using a target language or second language or English, then automatically, so that will enhance, that will improve the motivation of the learners, that give motivation to the learners. At the same time, instructional factors. Instructional factors means what? Teaching. How teacher is teaching inside the classroom. What is the mechanism of teaching by the teacher inside the classroom. Whether the teacher is using target language in the classroom or not. By concentrating on that area also, that area is also going to impact on motivation. But here anyhow it is impossible for us to identify and to study the motivation, but motivation is going to play an important role. So when a learner learns the first language, he is impelled to learn, means that after learning a first language, then automatically that will be useful. Learning a first language is very useful to learn a second language. So that's why when a learner learns the first language, he is impelled means what? Driven to learn a second language or target language also. The motive to use it is inborn and natural. So for the purpose of learning first language or second language, what is the motive? Inborn and natural environment is the motive. But in case of a second language, the learner has to exert a conscious effort to ensure good results by gaining control over the language used in his surroundings. When you are going to learn first language, you are going to learn in unconscious manner. But here, in case of learning a second language, what is going to play an important role? Conscious efforts. So when you do a conscious efforts to learn a target language, then automatically that language will come. But when it is possible, you should have control on use of the language in surrounding environment. The desire to learn a second language is more scholastic than social, and learning becomes cognizant and language, and the learner make up his mind to acquire new language skills. Thus every learner is driven by some or other motive to learn a second language. In the absence of motivation, the learner does not feel interested in the act of learning, because learning of the language is going to depend upon the level of motivation. When there is no motivation for the learner, when there is no motivation for speaker, when there is no motivation for individual, then there is no development of the language, there is no concentration on learning of the target language or second language. The learners who are motivated to learn the second language will learn faster and to a greater degree than those who are not. With motivation, learners are going to learn a second language just like Shatabdi Express. But if there is no motivation, there is no learning of the second language or target language. So that's why the second language teacher has to adapt strategies to motivate the learners to learn. Some of the steps to promote motivation and learning in the classroom are creating a safe, non-threatening and supportive environment for student. Means that student should be in a comfort zone in the classroom. Which type of classroom, which type of environment is needed for students to get to learn a target language? Non-threatening and supportive environment for students. Next, second one, developing good relationship with teachers. Who is going to develop? Teacher has to develop a good relationship with the learners. Next, third one, increasing learner expectancy of success. As a teacher, you are going to increase learner expectancy of success. Next, fourth one, using relevant and exciting teaching resources that will capture learners' attention. Next one, making learning stimulating with enjoyable games, songs and fun activities. For the purpose of development of motivation, for the purpose of promoting a motivation, you are going to make a learning enjoyable by taking the support of games, by taking the support of songs and by taking the support of fun activities. Next one, setting class and individual goals. Class wise and individual goals you are going to set. And next one, promoting cooperation among the learners. When inside the classroom, it is necessary, it is the responsibility of the teacher promoting cooperation among the learners. When as a teacher, if you are going to promote cooperation among the learners, whenever any student is going to do mistake while speaking in target language, then automatically that should be accepted by each and every student. Next, presenting tasks that are relevant to the learners' lives. Whatever tasks you are going to present inside the classroom as a teacher, so each and every task relevant to the life of the student. And the last one, providing motivating feedback, constructive feedback, means that you are not going to give a negative statement. Whatever statement you are going to give in a positive manner, means that when you give a statement in a positive manner, then the feedback which is given by you, student is going to accept in a positive manner. But directly in a negative manner, if you are going to give feedback, then that will decrease motivation of the learner. So that's why, to increase motivation of the learners towards learning of the second language, what is constructive feedback, constructive criticism, feedback, which is going to play an important role. Next, to needs. A language is indispensable for anyone, and in case of second language learning, the utility purpose of learning should be brought forth before the learner. So, if you want to develop fluency in target language, first in front of the students, you are going to give information, the importance of the second language, how it is going to play an important role in his or life. By explaining that area, then automatically learners are going to get a motivation, because when a motivation is possible, when it is need for the learner, then only that student is going to get motivation. So here the need for self actualization plays a role in language learning. If the individual feels that the mastery of the second language enhances his image, his self-concept, and makes him reach self-fulfillment, he is likely to be motivated and learns language. If, for example, as a teacher, you are motivating. If you learn a second language, you are going to become a famous personality in your village. You are going to be respected by each and every individual, even your parents, even your relatives. Then automatically that student is ready towards learning a second language, target language, which is nothing but English. So here people are motivated by their own needs. First one, what are they? Change of residence or a transfer to a new place stimulates one to pick up the language that is used there. For example, child parents with a family, that child family is transferred from Telangana to Kerala. So in Kerala, each and every person is going to speak in English. Then automatically what a child is going to do there, so that child is going to stimulate to pick up the language that is used there. Next, second one, different reasons like commercial, social, scientific and literary purpose. When English language is essential for literary purpose, for scientific research, for social use, for commercial use, so 100% learner is going to learn a second language. Next, hope of gaining a recognition or a status if the mastery over the second language is achieved. After achieving the mastery in second language, if he is going to get recognition in his surrounding area, then automatically he will again do continuous hard work for the purpose of getting mastery in that target language. And so these all areas, all the above provides the readiness to learn the language. Next one, level of aspiration. The level of aspiration arises from learners' goals, and these determine the various aspects of learning a language, such as whether they use language just for communication purpose, whether they want their pronunciation like natives, whether they want their utterances to be lexically elaborate. Lexically means symbolically elaborate and grammatically accurate, whether they use the language learn just to understand messages in the target language. So by concentrating on these areas, learner is going to arise is level of aspiration. So here some learners desire to become a full member of the English speaking world, while others orient themselves to specific goals such as academic or professional success. Here, some students are going to learn English for the purpose of getting membership of the English speaking world, and some other students are going to learn for the purpose of achieving any specified goal, and some other students are going to learn English either for academic use or for professional use. So hence, teachers should encourage students to feel proud of their success and abilities because they may facilitate language learning. And the next one, home environment. Home is a place where pleasant experience can be given to children to the maximum level. Such experiences and healthy home climate help the learner to learn the second language effectively. Parents should take interest and encourage and guide the children to learn this language properly. Unguided children may oscillate. Oscillate means swing from one area to another area. Children may oscillate from one subject to another subject, and when they are going to oscillate, when they are going to swing from one subject to another subject, then that student is not going to gain nothing. So here support from home is very important for successful second language learning. Some educators believes that parents of English language learners should speak only English in the home. However, far more important than speaking English is that parents should value both the native language and English, communicate with their students in whichever language is most comfortable, and show support for and interest in their children progress. Depending upon the interest of the children only, you are going to use the language. At the same time, you are going to give equal value, equal importance to both your language and also second language. So depending upon the need and importance of that particular area, you are going to use the language. And next, last one, community. Last but one, community. In a community, there exists a socio-linguistic setting which refers to the role of the second language in society, such as whether it is spoken by majority or minority of the population. Majority means large number of people, minority means less number of people, whether its use is widespread or restricted to few functional roles, whether the society is predominantly bilingual or monolingual. Bilingual means what? Using of two languages. Monolingual means what? Using of one language. In India, everywhere, what society will be there? Bilingual society will be there. You cannot identify monolingual society in India at any way. The community exposes the learners to a dialect. Dialect means what? Same language, but depending upon the area, way of using of language is different. For example, in Telangana, Adilabad Telugu language is different, Asifabad Telugu language is different, and Nirmal side Telugu language is different, Karimnagar side different language is different, Medak Siddipet language is different. So this is called as a dialect. Language is same, but dialect is different. So this is what they encounter in their daily lives, for which they have to acquire speech patterns of those they are getting familiar and value themselves as members of a particular social group or speech community. So interaction in the community gives impact to the language acquisition of the learners, as many kinds of people are around and each have their own unique way of responding to the language needs of the community. In learning of the language, community is going to play an important role. Depending upon the environment of the community, you are going to learn a second language. So here, whenever you are going to get an opportunity, try to use that language in your community so that you can able to expose the language, you can able to get the skill of using second language in your real life. And the last one, peer group. Peer group means what? Friends, same age students. Learners tend to be heavily influenced by their peer group. In second language learning, learners often feel peer pressure as the peer group tend to undermine the goals set by the parents and teachers. So peer pressure often reduces the desire of the students to work towards native pronunciation because the sounds of the target language may be regarded as strange by the peer group. For learners of English as a second language, speaking like a native speaker may unconsciously be regarded as a sign of no longer belonging to their native language peer group. In working with secondary school students, it is important to keep these peer influences in mind and to foster a positive image for proficiency in a second language. Creating good relation between each other, it is necessary because it can give positive influence to their learning. In learning of the target language, in learning of the second language, peer group is going to play an important role. So therefore, here learners have to maintain positive relation between each other so that it can give a positive influence on learning of the second language among learners. So these all are the factors which are going to play an important role in learning of the second language and also target language. That's why as a speaker, you know how to use all these factors in a positive manner. Thank you.